Good morning, Year 4. This is Mrs. Fletcher-Brown, and I'm going to talk you through the final session of book club this week. So I have to apologise because yesterday I didn't record talking to you about the vocabulary that you might have come across. So I'm going to go over that now. So yesterday, some of the vocabulary that you may have heard and wondered what they were these words here. So concussion. A concussion is an injury to the brain caused by a bump, a fall, or a shock. Hesitated. So if you hesitate, it means that you stop or pause because you're not feeling sure about something. Bedclothes. These are bed coverings like blankets and sheets. You might call them your duvet covers or your bed sheets. But quite often, at the time when this story would have been written, they probably referred to them as bedclothes instead. So new words. So today you might hear these. Peculiar. So peculiar means different to what is normal. And there's a picture there of someone that might be a little bit confused because what they've been faced with is slightly peculiar, slightly different to what they would usually expect. Bombarding. Now, in this context, that means at this point in the book, it means that somewhere's been attacked with bombs. But if you bombard someone, it means that you give them an overload of either information or you talk to them too much. Disheartening. So if you are disheartened, it means that your hope or your confidence might have been destroyed. So these are the new words that you might come across in today's reading. Okay, so for session 4, these questions will be on pages 24 to 33, which is basically the whole of the 3rd chapter. And the 3rd chapter is called Mothers Send Them Out of London. So if you follow the video of Miss Wells reading that 3rd chapter, that's where you'll be able to hear or follow, if you've got the book in front of you, all of the answers to these questions. So let's read through these questions now. You can then stop this video and you can go and answer the questions once you've read with Miss Wells or listened to Miss Wells reading that 3rd chapter. So in this chapter, this is the first question I'm looking at now, the decision is being made to evacuate Olive and Cliff from London. Discuss the meaning of this as a class before reading. So you won't be able to discuss this as a class, but it might be something that you have a little think of by yourself and write down a few ideas. If there is somebody around you that you are able to talk to at this moment, then you can talk to them. But if not, that's fine. Have a quiet little think about this to yourself and you can write down a few ideas. The next question here says, what are Olive's feelings towards Gloria? What evidence can you find to support your answer? Now, because the evidence will be somewhere in the text, what we're doing is we're practicing our retrieval skills. So the answer is written somewhere. You need to be able to find it and pull it out. If you've got the text in front of you, that might mean that you have to read through the text a little bit more. If you're watching the video, you might have to pause and rewind it to listen out for the answer. The next question here says, why was Cliff excited to be evacuated? What evidence can you find for this? So again, another retrieval question. So we're looking for that answer. There will be a clear answer to that question in the text. You've got to try and find it. It might be that there's more than one piece of evidence that tells you why Cliff was excited to be evacuated. The final question is an ability to infer. So again, we've got to use a little bit of our detective skills here. And it says, what does Gloria mean when she taps her nose? So it won't tell you exactly what she means, but I want you to infer what you think that means. Once you've answered all of those questions and you've listened to the reading of Miss Wells of chapter 3, you can then read to page 44 before Monday. Now, if you have the book, you can read it by yourself. if you haven't got the book, then up to page 44 will be the 4th chapter. So pages 22 to 33 will be the 3rd chapter. And then the 4th chapter is called The Roundup. And there's a video on there of Miss Wells reading that 4th chapter. So you need to make sure that you've either read yourself or listened to Miss Wells reading that 4th chapter called The Roundup before Monday's session. As ever, you can submit your answers to these questions on Dojo once you've written them down on your piece of paper or in your workbook if you have it. And remember, at the top, you need to write Session 4, Letters from the Lighthouse, so that we know what piece of work you've done. A really, really big well done to all of you for all of your wonderful reading comprehension answers this week. We're really, really proud of you. And we'll speak to you soon. And I will be here ready to deliver some more book club sessions next week. Have a lovely, lovely weekend, you lot. Bye.